Spartans! What is your profession?
I'm not that far removed from the storm. The heat still lingers, my heart's still warm. I try to change, but the core remains. I'm not that far removed from the flame.
I'm not that far removed from the storm. The heat still lingers, my heart's still warm. I try to change, but the core remains. I'm not that far removed from the flame.
They pushed and pulled like I'm a game to play. Thought I'd crumble, thought I'd stray. I walked away from shadows I knew, but I'm not that far removed from the view.
They threw their stones, I caught them all. Built a wall so I wouldn't fall. Changed my name, changed my tune, but I'm not that far removed from the moon.
I'm not that far removed from the fire that burns, the soul I prove. You can test me, you can try, but I'm still the storm, the unbroken sky. I bury my past, but it won't stay gone. A ghost in the mirror, it lingers on. Try to rewrite, try to improve, but I'm not that far removed from the groove.
I buried the fire, but it still flickers low. They thought I'd crumble, but they don't even know. The echoes of me that I left in the past still rise like a shadow I can't outlast.
They see my face, but they don't see the scars. Every line's a map, a story that's ours. I wear my armor, my heart's subdued, but I'm not that far removed from the crude.
They built their walls, but I've got my tools. Try to make me dance to their shallow rules. I walked away, but the fight's in my veins. Not that far gone from my old hurricane.
They wanted a puppet, but I cut the strings. Tried to clip my wings, but I still sing. I shed my skin, but the scars still show. Not that far gone from the me they used to know. I'm not that far removed from the fire that burns, the soul I prove. You can test me, you can try, but I'm still the storm, the unbroken sky.
Oh, they act like I've forgotten the fight, but I'm a phoenix not lost in the night. I've grown taller, but the roots run deep. I'll wake the thunder if they wake the beast.
Oh, they act like I've forgotten the fight, but I'm a phoenix not lost in the night. I've grown taller, but the roots run deep. I'll wake the thunder if they wake the beast.
Oh, they act like I've forgotten the fight, but I'm a phoenix not lost in the night. I've grown taller, but the roots run deep. I'll wake the thunder if they wake the beast.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How is everyone doing tonight? I am TechCoach. We are engineered to win, or as some of my favorite people like to say, I do my very, very best to annoy you to success. It is what it is. It is what it is. We are here to win. We are here to get things done. That's why I'm here. That's why I stream to X. Shout out to everybody on X, by the way. We are growing there. I am so excited. Using so many things happening. So many things happening. Shout out to everybody on Twitch who's following and tuning in as well. And of course, can never ever forget. Shout out to everyone on YouTube who allows me to add value into your lives. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right, so tonight we have a few things on our docket, on our agenda. All right, I'm gonna be honest. All right, I did start the show just a little bit early because you guys know I'm addicted to my tokens, to my credits, which I'll touch on a little bit. But 8 p.m. The re-up man comes. You guys know the re-up man comes at 8 p.m. for me. So I have to go out there and use up my Lovable tokens. So my Lovable credits. So I have some things to work on for the homeschooling app, the homeschool community app. My wife was like, after she's like, all right, why is this? Look, I had her use it yesterday, right? Before she was all reluctant and stuff to use it. I had her use it yesterday, and today she's like, is this thing ready yet? Is this thing ready yet? I was like, hold on, I only have 5 tokens. I mean, 5 free tokens. I didn't tell her I have all these other tokens that I'm storing. I am storing my tokens, you know. Probably going to do something on Saturday, where my remaining 14 credits on another thing. Oh, phew, that's an interesting point. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I'm gonna do something on Saturday, maybe in the Patreon, where I'm going to be vibe coding my 14 credits plus 5 away, because it is the end of the month. We're about to re-up for the whole new month. My paid credits, you know, so gotta strategize with I gotta strategize. I'm gonna make that video, probably not next week, but maybe the week after, about how to efficiently be a token fiend, right? How to be a functional token fiend, where you are managing, you're getting your hit every day, but you are not wasting 200 credits in one afternoon. I haven't done 200, but I've got close. All right? But I found a way to manage it all right? All that good stuff. We're going to be working on that. I have some stories to tell about my night last night on X. It was crazy. But guess what? It was crazy productive. Walked away with some additional tokens, with some additional credits, because of the stuff that I was talking about. They was like, oh, we gotta hook you up. So I'll tell you about that. I'm gonna make a longer video about it in the future as well. It's probably gonna be a Wednesday software explorations concept and overviews video. So many like, I just can't tell you. Once the grown-ups have arrived, and if these tech people would stop being so afraid of AI and start to embrace it, like the things that I'm seeing, oh my God, there's endless opportunities. And the ones who don't really know what they're doing, oh my, it's once the tech bros embrace it, it's going to be hell. That's why they're trying to run it up now while they can, because once us techies really grasp this whole AI and all the, I can't even say. That's why I always say salute to my guy Wave Nerd. He was like, look, I see the onslaught is coming. Let's team up right now while we can. So it's coming. It's coming. All right. Anyways, I've been yapping enough. I am TechOTroff. We are engineered to win. So here's what we're gonna do for tonight, right? We're going to make the use of our credits. I'm going to talk about that, and then we are going to continue working on Nessus for scanning our vulnerability analysis, all of that good stuff. All right, so let me take care of a little bit of housekeeping first. First and foremost, I gotta say a big thank you to all of the subscribers and followers everywhere. To those who have been with me for a very, very long time, those on YouTube, the YouTube subscribers, those who are brand new, every last one of you guys, thank you guys so much for allowing me to add just a little bit of value into your lives. Those who are following me on Twitch and helping me grow there, thank you guys so much. Hopefully I can add great value into your lives and see how we can, because I know Twitch is primarily a gaming platform, but for me, everything that you see me doing, it's a game. I gamify my workflow like hell. When you see me racing against the clock to use my tokens, my credits, that's a game for me. When you see me like working with these timers and stuff like that, that is a game for me. When you see me embracing these challenges on how to figure things out with Devin, that is a game for me. So me playing my games are the work that I do. Those are my games. So I gamify the hell out of everything I do. Shout out to everyone on Twitch. And And as we've been growing in the past couple of days, shout out to ManusAI who has been helping me grow, gave me a comprehensive plan how to grow on X. Shout out to everybody, to the new followers on X, those who I've been communicating with, those who I've been able to share with, and those who have been able to share with me and add value into my life. Every last platform, every last one of you, I truly, truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I do. Shout out to all of the Patreon members, my tech barbarians, my tech prodigy members, my technical explorers. We are running it up. We have so much. I'm telling you, I might just go live, maybe in the Discord, maybe on a Google Meet, and I'm just gonna be working through using up the rest of my credits as I add more features to my applications. We have been doing a lot. We have been doing a lot. Because those who rock with me, who put in the work with me, we are the best.
We the best.
We are the best. And last but certainly not least, shout out to all of the YouTube channel members who allow me to come on YouTube day in and day out, put in the work, put in the effort, share with you, have fun with you, vibe with you, and vibe code with you as well. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Almost lastly, I do have the Captivity album dropping next week, Friday, on 4th of July. Captivity, you heard the song at the beginning. Not that far removed. You guys, you know when people say not that far removed? I am never that far removed. Ready to go any day, anytime. Let's get it. So, all right, next up, tomorrow we are going to be premiering the Bug Bite. I don't even know what the Bug Bite is about tomorrow. I'm not even sure. You're going to find out with me as we premiere it tomorrow. We're going to be premiering the Bug Bite. Like I said, Saturday, probably it's probably gonna be in Discord, because I don't really think I need to record it, but I'm gonna be using up the rest of my credits because it renews on Saturday. So we're gonna be vibe coding, 14 credits to go. Finish that off on probably between tomorrow and Saturday, but probably Saturday I'll be in the Discord for maybe about an hour or two to finish up some stuff in the app, all of that good stuff. And then Sunday we're gonna be going live with DevOps and using up the rest, and using our 5 credits, using up our 5 credits. All right, you know how we do. We got to feed the addiction. Alrighty then. So, let me check the chat because let me check the chat real quick, and then we will get into our coding. All right. So, first and foremost, we got my guy, the one, the only Wave Nerd in the building. Good evening, good people in the chat, and Techodroff. Good evening, Wave Nerd. How are you doing today? Actually, you know what? I sent Wave Nerd a text earlier today. Let me see if he responded to my text. Give me a second. Wave Nerd did not respond to my text, and it was a very, very important message that I sent him. I was just waiting by my phone to see if what he was gonna say based on the last message that I sent him, but he did not respond. So I am a little sad right now.
Bruh.
But it's all good. It is all good. He is here though. He is here. We got Kuya Digital, not Kuya Nimbus, Digital Kuya Nimbus, AI Kuya Nimbus in the building. Says, hope all is well. Everything is well. Thank you so much. Hope all is well with you as well, Digital Kuya Nimbus. Coding typo. Yes, indeed. So Queen Nimbus says, I was doing this thing is so small. It says, I was doing a Prometheus and Linux training, and my girl is on me while I am looking at it. Let me breathe. Was looking at Grafana and how it relates to OpenShift for my Red Hat soon. Shout out to you. And shout out to your girl. Look, it's good. Pressure. Tech has a lot of pressure in there, right? So if your girl can help put the pressure on, it is use everything as a training opportunity. All right, that's how I see it. We got, let's see, agree, use it as a tool. It is a very, this AI stuff, it is like a very, very powerful, supercharged Swiss Army knife. Like, you guys, what? When I start showing the rest of this stuff, you are not gonna believe it. A guy on LinkedIn mentioned how ChatGPT passed a LCFS mock exam with 100% accuracy. It should pass it. We got my guy Junior in the building. Says, what's up? What's up? What's up, family? What's good with you, Junior? How are you doing tonight? And let's see, digital Q number says doing well. That's awesome. All right. So we are going to jump into using up our credits for tonight. All right, you know how we do. You know how we do. You know how we get down. All right. Let's go and put this one up. So, we are. All right. We'll start it this way. It's 33. All right. I don't like pushing too close up to 8 p.m. Let's go ahead and use up the rest of these credits, right? And then we'll have a discussion, right? So I am going to go over here. I have a list of things that I want to do. So this is where we're at. So another thing that I've done. So the reason that things went crazy on X yesterday, because yesterday I had a thought, right? I said, I wonder if I can use DevinAI. Shout out to those people at Devin. They are absolutely amazing people over there. I've been communicating with them. But I said, I wonder if I can use DevinAI to fix some of the things that my Lovable junior software engineer cannot figure out. It did an amazing job. So I was just documenting all that happened over there and how it worked, and shared some screenshots, shared some video, did a recording that was about 12 minutes long. Check it out on X. It is super good, super important. It was a lifesaver. But I'll get into that a little bit. Let's take care of this. So what I want to do tonight, because the pressure is mounting. People are like, hey, where is this app? I need it. So what I want to do tonight is I want to have the ability to add members to private groups via invite. The invite link should expire in 7 days. And I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it via email. I don't know. I'll see what it comes up with. And then I want to do progress tracked per each child, and all kids shows progress. So the all kids view will show the progress for all the kids with their name assigned to it. But I also want to see the progress for each child when I change the child, because what's happening is it's just showing progress, but you don't even know who it's for. I want to fix the navigation for when you're on a mobile device for the communities page. And I also, all right, there we go. I got the response I was looking for from Wave Nerd. All right, I will show you guys later, or not today, another day. Gotta finalize some stuff, but oh my God, you guys, I don't want to talk about. Anyways, let's keep going. So I want to fix the navigation. I want to rename so this right here where it says events, I need to officially rename it, because when I click on it, it goes to communities, and I want to change this groups to hives, right? So those are the things that we're going to be working on today while we spend our last 25 minutes before the re-up man comes. I have 5 credits to use. I have like 55 for the month left, right? So at some point when I make my token management, video, it's going to show you the way that I'm thinking to strategize doing all of this, so that you can get the most bang for your buck out of these tokens. All right. All right. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is add the ability to, by the way, here it says merge pull request number 1 from TechCoach. So this is where so here's basically what happens, right? I asked Devin to fix something. So if you guys remember, if I go into, I don't think I have it here. Why am I logged? Oh, let me log in. I'll show it on this one actually. So if I go into here and we go into here, discussion. So you remember when I was trying to reply here and I would type and it would come out over here? Well, now Devin fixed the ability for this issue not to happen anymore, because I would type here and then it would go here, and I would type here, it would go here, I would type here, it would go here. Devin fixed my life. Shout out. You see, I put it right here. Devin fixed this. I am typoed. I'm astonished right now. I was like, did Devin really do that? I was shocked. I was shocked and appalled in a good way. All right. So what we want to do, we want to go here, and we want to see. So this is it. So Devin opens up a pull request. I approve the pull request. I merge it, and then it automatically gets pulled into the Lovable application. So I said that Devin was my senior software engineer. And that Lovable is my really, really quick, smart, but sometimes reckless junior engineer, right? And I love absolutely both of them. I love both of them. Now we're gonna have Rod Brown talking about, are you in love with a large language model? When it comes to getting work done, hell to the yeah. Hell to the yeah. All right. I love Lovable and I love Devin because they fixed my issues. All right. Anyways, let's get to this. So I want the ability to add members to private groups by an invite link. The invite link should expire in 7 days. I could also do the ability to invite via email. Although, because I was having some issues today because I forgot my password for the account that I was using. And the email isn't really set up yet. So, I don't know. I'll add it anyways, because I also, I should be able to send a user a link to join the group, or enter their email address so they can receive an email to join the group. All right, so that is the feature that I want to add. And if there's any database work that's needed, then that's going to take 2 of our credits. But that's okay because we have the credits to use. And on another project, I started implementing the pricing tiers. So this is going to take 2 credits. I help you implement invite links for private groups with email functionality and 7-day expiration. This will require database changes first to track invite links. All right, we're going to approve that. So that's going to take 2 credits right there. 1 credit's always used to run the SQL query, and then another credit's going to be used to actually do the work. When I first got started with Devin, that got me good because when I first got started with Lovable, that got me good because I was just like, oh, apply and do this and do that. And so now strategic prompting and to know when to hold them, know when to fold. So I've learned a lot in this past month, and I think going forward, it's going to be a lot more easier to work on these applications. You guys, like I said, I'm an addict, right? I have 2 separate Lovable accounts, one for business, and then one which is more on the semi-personal use. Wave Nerd, that what I sent you earlier, I got so many ideas. Oh my god, I have so many ideas on what to do with this thing. It's so crazy. It is so crazy. It is so crazy. All right, so this used 1 credit already. So now it's running. So now it says now implement the invite link functionality for private groups. This will include creating invite links, sharing them, and sending email invitations. Let's see. Junior knows I don't know the song, right? He like know when to walk away and know when to. I don't know the song. I just know, isn't there a line that goes like know when to fold? I don't know. What is this? All right, whatever. All right, so it's doing its thing. Next thing after this is done, we're gonna test it out. Another thing I was saying on X today, there is a huge opportunity that I see. I see a huge opportunity in the software testing space for these apps. I don't see any unit tests being written. I don't see any automation tests being written, and you can make a little bit of a change on this thing and it breaks everything. I've seen it before. Wavenerd had seen it before. But I see so many opportunities. I said this to somebody today, right? I was on X and somebody said, oh, I prompted it to create something and it created it in 2 minutes and it looked great. And then I spent the next 2 hours debugging it. And they're pretty much whining and complaining, right? I asked them, because they're probably not a developer anyways, but I asked them, like, if you were to create this thing on your own, how much time would that take you to create on your own? And how much time would you spend debugging your own mistakes? So miss me with that when you're crying about, oh, this AI stuff that made this mistake. Look, we debug our own mistakes every single day. So I don't know, right? So anyways, let's go here. Let's go ahead and fix this. We're going to be down to 3 credits. All right. So whenever it has a build error, it's going to tell you what the errors are. It's going to try to fix it. Let me analyze this. Let me analyze and fix these builds errors step by step. Missing page imports in app.tsx. These pages don't exist in the read-only file, so I would need to use correct import paths. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let that do its thing. So let me. Oh, I'm not gonna check it yet until we test it. I guess so. Another thing I'm thinking about, if you send the invite link, so the person would have to be registered to the. What if you send the invite link to somebody that's not registered at all? That's interesting. Let's see. Fix all the build errors. Add missing user role prop to group members. Replace deprecated on success with use effect in the group details. Another cool thing I discovered today is that you can work on certain branches so that you don't mess up something that's been working. All right, let's go. Okay, what errors we have now? Group D. Like I said, it'll crash and burn, mess up a bunch of things. But that is okay, because it doesn't, like, when it tries to fix itself, it doesn't cost you any credits. However, it does cost time, and we are running close to 8 p.m. All right, we're running close to 8 p.m. I do not like that, because I have 3 credits to use. All right, so let's get those 3 credits down. Let's see if it's gonna build. And I think towards the end of the month, that's when I'm going to do all my refactoring. Maybe I'll do that on Saturday. Maybe I'll do refactoring on Saturday. All right, said it's fixed. It said it's fixed. Let's go ahead and refresh. I guess another question should be, who should be allowed to create groups? I don't know. That's a good question. Who should be allowed to create groups? All right, let's go with TCR group. And let's make it a private group. and let's say testing group setting. Let's say create group and view details, invite members. And what if I put in failed to send a request to the edge function? That makes sense. Let me go ahead and check over here, and we're gonna go to console. Okay. So we need to fix that. Let me see if I do a create a link. And where are the links? Manage your existing invite link. So there's 2 invite links. If I copy this and if I go here, ooh, so this one works. Shoot. What if they're not logged in though? So let's log out. So I'm already a member of this group. Expires 7/3, which would be a week from now. Let me log out real quick, right? So if I go and if I log out and I go here. Oh, okay, interesting. So maybe we'll just work on this feature. So cannot read properties of null. So maybe that's, let me see, maybe that's the only feature we'll add, because let's go with the network. Let's go to that again. So the group invite goes, however, max users is 1 or is null. Interesting. So what if I do, all right, let me try something else. What if I do, but you see all this testing that I'm doing here? That is like, that's actually, because I just found an error. I just found a bug. That is necessary, right? That is necessary. So if I go to here and I go here and I'm getting this error. All right, so perfect. So we can say, so let's get this functionality working, because I think that's the most important functionality we need to get working. Let's go to here. When I try to, so we have 2 errors actually, but when I send when someone other than myself who is not a part of the group tries to access the invite link, it gives a blank page. The error message from the console says, and the network response is, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to network and I'm going to say copy the URL and paste it in here, and I'm going to take this response. So I'm being very, very detailed on what errors I'm experiencing, right? And if this didn't work, then I could always take it into Devin and have Devin fix it, or at least try its best to fix it. Let's see here. Looking at the error, I can see the issue. The groups field in the response is null, which means the join operation in Superbase query is not working properly. It's likely due to row level security, or RLS, policies preventing non-members from accessing group information. All right, let's see if we can fix it. But the only reason that this app is taking this long, because when did we start it? We started this app last Saturday when Lovable had their weekend of love coding. right? Um, and we've been working on it every day for almost 2 weeks now, and we've done a lot on there, right? It says, I fixed the issue by separating the data fetching into two distinct queries: invite link query and group data query. Separately fetches the group information using the group ID from the invite link. This approach avoids RLS policy where preventing non-members accessing group. The invite link exists, but the group data can't be accessed. Users are not authenticated. Users are already members. The group is full. The error handling is more robust. All right, so let's try it again. All right, let's try it again. So if we go back to this one and group not found, the group associated with this invite link could not be found. That's weird. Let me try it. So that's so we might end up using all of our credits on this feature right here. The results contains 0 rows. What does it have? Do we have any error? All right, so let's say all right. So how many do we have left? We have 2 left. I am getting an error in the console when trying to access the group via the invite link. The let's go over here. The page says group is not found, and no group associated with the invite. The network logs say this. Or maybe is that the network log? Whatever. That's good enough. But this is what we have. This is how it goes, right? You're working through the issues to add the features and the value that you want added. So it's totally typical. All right. Looking at the error, it appears issue is with the single method in the join group component query for the invite link. When no rows are returned, single throws an error instead of returning no gracefully. Let me fix this by replacing single with maybe single, which handles the case where no rows are found. I guess let's try that again. So clear these out. That's the same thing. I'm logged in, right? So for our last credit, which was a total flop, we are going to say when you access the invite link as a logged in user, it's telling me the group is not found. I should be able to see the details about the group and a link / button to join the group. I don't know why it's so weird. I'm getting this error. Don't worry about fixing that specific error. Focus on getting the functionality to work as requested. So that's a sneaky little prompt that I threw in there. Is it gonna work? I have no idea. But that's my sneaky little error right there. Let's go to console. I'm not even getting any errors though. Oh, I guess there's no errors. I'm not getting any errors, but an empty list is being returned, and I'm not getting the option to join that group. All right, let's try. I think we have one more left, right? Oh, and it's 58. Oh my God. All right. Send. We are not fumbling any credits, all right? Almost had me caught up like Woolly Lump Lump. Oof, no way, Jose. No way, Jose. Says looking at the issue, it seems like the group data is not being fetched properly when accessing the link. The problem is likely that groups table has row level security. That's what you said the first time. That prevents non-members from viewing group information even when they have a valid link. Let me update this by updating join group component to handle this scenario properly and ensure that users have a valid invite link. Users with a valid invite link can see the group details and join the group. Whew, perfect timing. You are not gonna. You better be done by 7:59 and 59 seconds, because you're not gonna take that credit away from me. We're close. We're close to the line. We are close to the line. All right. And we should get a reset. We should get a reset in about a minute. All right. So I've updated the join group component to handle the case where group data can't be fetched due to RLS, row level security policies. The key change is better error handling when the group query fails, like due to RLS. Instead of showing an error, it creates a minimal group object with placeholder. Fallback group data shows private group as a name and appropriate description when full details aren't available. Improved loading state separates invite loading from group loading to provide better user experience. Graceful member count display shows question mark when member count isn't available due to RLS. Now, when logged user accesses a valid invite link, they should see the group information even if limited and be able to join the group successfully. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's refresh. How you like them? How you like them apples? Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
This is what I like to see. Shout out to Lovable and my Lovable Junior. Very, very fast, but sometimes a bit reckless junior engineer. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. So I'm gonna copy this link. If I go to groups, you will see that I am not part of that group. It doesn't show up here. The private group does not show up here, right? Now, if I go to here and I join the group, what happens? TCR group member. What? Now, if I go to groups over here, I am part of the TCR group. Let's go. Let's get it. We are the best.
We the best.
We are the best. Look at that. That is so awesome. So now, if I log out, all right, I just want to check this. I'm not logged in. I want to go to the group link, and this is perfect. This is perfect. Exactly what I wanted. And that's why like I said, Devin is my senior engineer, more expensive, my more expensive senior engineer. Lovable. I should give it a name. I should give Lovable a name, right? Devin already has a name. I can't just call it Lovable. I have to give it a name. All right, I'll figure that out. But you need to be signed in to join the group, and bada bing. But all right, cool. This is perfect. This is perfect. All right, this is exactly what I wanted. So let me go ahead and log. So now last test, I'm gonna sign in, right? And we're gonna say groups, and now this has two members, right? This has two members, bada bing, bada boom. I do have to get I fixed this before because it shows my name here, but it should show me the member name for all the other members. But yeah, this is awesome. This is absolutely positively awesome. I don't see my discussion, or I don't see my bulletin board. Let me see. Testing post. And make sure this still works. Yep, that still works. Testing reply to post. But this is the type of automation that would be needed. But I don't see my bulletin board. That's weird. Where's my bulletin board? I have to figure out what happened to the bulletin board. But this is awesome. This is super duper awesome. Create event. Make public. Allow member participation. Anyways, all right, cool. This is perfect. I have to find out what happened to the bulletin board because I know there's a bulletin board. I don't know what happened to it though. Let me see. Strange. All right, I'll find it. Anyways, that is it. That is it for our getting our hit. We have our hit, but wait, the main question is, did the Lovable re-up man hit us up? Affirmative, Ghost Rider. We have 5 daily credits to use between now and 8 p.m. my time tomorrow, and I will make sure that I use my 5 credits. That's how they keep you coming back every single day. That's how they get you to come back every day. All right. Anyways, that was our vibe coding, getting our token hit. I'm a token fiend. I am a token fiend. Hello, my name is Heko Trauf, and I have a problem. I am a token fiend, but I am a proud and functioning token fiend. All right. I'm just saying.
Bruh.
I'm just saying. I am functional. Although I did push the show up early to be able to vibe code on Lovable with you. All right. The other thing I want to talk about is Devin times Lovable, right? So yeah, yesterday I'll just show it to you, right? I'll show you some of the posts, right? I was on X last night. I hit Manus up, and Manus told me that the way to grow my look at that, we just hit 100. We just hit 100. Right, so Manus told me that the way to grow, I'll even show it to you. Manus gave me a comprehensive plan on how to grow my X following. Why is this thing popping up? All right, how to grow my X following. So I started implementing that plan. And I got like 15 new followers, right? Manus said to, where did it tell me to do that? It gave me what to update my profile to. It gave me the strategy, the content templates, quick start implementation. So I updated my bio. So I'll show you. Updated my bio, right? Bio. We're at 2.8 now. I'm gonna have to be updating this a lot. Updated the banner picture over here, right? Manus told me to, so created the header image, said to change my boring description to a new thing right here. Did that, right? told me to pin an introduction tweet. I asked it for the introduction tweet. It gave it to me. There goes my introduction tweet right there. I pinned it. It is pinned right here, right? Pinned. And then Manus also told me to start scheduling content, connect to. I didn't use this in particular, but it told me to be more engaged because I already have scheduled posts and stuff like that. It told me to engage more, respond to comments 15 minutes in the morning, like 5 to 10 QA posts or whatever post that I want. Evening, engage with community, reply to mentions, and just continue to do that. Continue to do that, all of that good stuff. So, and I started yesterday. Grew 15 followers on X, but what I did on X, and this is right now. I'm looking at myself. All right. What we did, right? So this was the video from yesterday. So what I did was I was showing how I was using Lovable, using Devin, and then so let me show you one right here. So this was a small video on how Devin fixed an issue, right? It has 809 views already and 1 repost. And this was the one that somebody from Devin reposted it, and it got a lot of views, right? And this I was showing like how I use it to fix different issues that I was having, where Lovable was not able to fix it, and Devin was able to fix it, tested it out, had a PR and stuff like that. And then something that I noticed in Lovable that I figured out how to do in Lovable today is when you go into your settings, you can go to your GitHub and you can change branches. I don't think it's showing up here because I don't have any other branches for this project, but on another project I do have branches, and I was able to switch to branches. So I could technically test what Devin does in its own branch and make sure that works before merging it in. And oh my God, it is a total game changer, because now we get to work on the software development lifecycle using Lovable, using Devin. It is craziness, right? But I was showing like how I had this PDF issue, and it fixed the PDF issue, and the code changes that it made inside of Devin. And guess what happened? Right? Guess what? I'm gonna show you what happened. Which one was it on? Was it on this one? Right? Let's go to this post. Andrew, right? Shout out to Andrew. Says, thanks for sharing your experience with Devin. Mind giving me your account email? Would love to hook you up with some free credits so you can keep exploring. That's kind of like a super chat, because Andrew hooked me up with a good amount, a very, very good amount of credits. I'm not going to say how many, but it was a lot. And I was like, oh, I was like, is it my birthday? Is it my birthday to get all of, even Devin responded to me. I kind of wish Devin had reposted it, because Devin has, well, actually no, Devin has less followers than so let me see. This one was reposted, and no, not this one. Which one? This one was reposted, and the person who reposted it, they had like 10,000. They had like 10,000 followers. So it was good. All by just working, using the tools that I have, and by actually showing the work. I always tell you guys, show your work. Shout out to, I have big plans with the credits that were gifted to me. I'm going to use Devin to build out the, so if you guys watched the software exploration concept and overviews yesterday, right? I had I asked Manus, right? I'll show it to you right here. I asked Manus to where is it? How to enhance the features for the time cost calculator, right? And it gave me a comprehensive breakdown of all the stories, all the features that we need to add. And then, which I'm gonna make another video about it, I asked Manus to add the stories to Jira, and it did it. It did it. So all that to say is once the grown-ups get into this, and once they embrace this AI stuff and knowing how to getting it to work in your own workflow, the workflow that you're used to, like through Jira, through GitHub, through branching, through pull request, we are going to be absolutely unstoppable. So now when they keep saying, oh, software engineering is going away, I am reinvigorated. I am excited because I see so much potential, so much work that can get done, so much opportunities. Do not threaten me with a good time. All right, I am going to check the chat, and then we will get back. We're gonna get to work, right? We're gonna get to work. So, let me see. Let's see. Where are we? Wavener says, got it. Looking at it now. Yep. It's I don't want to do this, but Wave Nerd, I think I'm gonna sign up for it tonight. And I'm gonna sign up for it tonight, and we're gonna run it up. We are going to run it up. And I got your email as well, Wave Nerd, and I was reading it. It looks good so far. We'll probably meet Saturday morning. Talk about it again. Junior says, "Oh, I was shout out to me. Because it sounded weird, like know when to hold them. No, okay. Fold is when you're like, all right, too rich for my blood. Hold is when you're like, okay, I'm putting it all in. I am not a poker player, to be honest. I am not a poker player, so that's why I wasn't sure if I had it right or not. And Junior says, exactly. Thank you, Junior. And Wave Nerd says, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, when to walk away. You gotta count your ducats. And we got my guy, Me Mysify, in the building. What's up, Me Mysify? How is it going? How are you doing? Have you been walking again, Me Mysify? I remember you used to make your videos walking, and it's not cold. It's not cold anymore. Are you back to walking, Me Mysify? I used to really appreciate those videos, you sharing your thoughts, all that good stuff. So let me know. All right. Well, with that being said, we will take this as a first. We'll take this as a first segment, and then we can get to work. We will get to work. All right. So let's go. Let's stop the show. Was right about to move on, but we have my favorite lurker, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite test engineers. Monica is in the building. Monica says, hey all, question. Does your employer allow you to use AI? Mine is slow. We have to use internal AI tools because of security issues. Could do so much more if they let us use real large language models. So kind of somewhat in the same boat. Ours is a lot more. So my company, they're a lot more freer with it, as long as you're not really passing in user data. They're somewhat okay with it. They did give us Gemini, so we do have access to Gemini. Some people have been using Devin. However, because of the cost of Devin, it's limited on who can use it. But we can use ChatGPT. As the main thing is, as long as you're not passing in customer data in there, or if it's a public large language model, you're not passing in company code. So on Gemini, because of how our agreement is with Google, we are like, it's not anything we put in there is not being stored on Google for them to learn off of. It's only for like us internally. So we can pass in company code from my understanding, but I haven't passed in any company code into Gemini. But I'll tell you something that I did do with Gemini. I asked Gemini to write me a Python function on, I needed to wait until a particular time is reached, and it did it for me, and I implemented it, and it was absolutely amazing. So I was like, what? And I just took it and then I modified it a little bit to be able to pass in that time as a parameter, and something that might have taken me like an hour to figure out how to do it. Good to go. And I know some people are like, oh, it's making you lose this and that. I'm like, I wasn't gonna write that one myself, and it's a one function, not a big deal. It was awesome. It was totally awesome. Let's see. So it's we have a little bit more flexibility. We do have some integration with for like some of our applications that do use AI, using AWS Bedrock and stuff like that, where it can connect to different large language models. But it's not really passing in customer data from mine. I'm not too familiar with what the things that they're using it for, but I know that when we're not supposed to be passing in customer data, so we don't do that. And we try to avoid passing in our code in the ones that are not approved for our use, but we can use other unapproved, as long as it's like very generic information. So, which I think for the majority of stuff, you can get away with generic information. You should be just fine. All right. Great question. Mematify says, not yet. I'm mentally exhausted at the moment, trying to work my way through things. I hear you totally, Mematify. So, and we're thinking about you, and we hope that things get better very, very soon. All right. All right. So let's get to a little bit of work, and let me know. And I will say, because I think I was talking to Chris Parks yesterday, and he was like, the government is super duper slow to adopt AI. So I can only imagine. So when Magnetar is like, oh, you should go to usajobs.com, I'm like, not if they don't let me use AI. And nope, not happening. And I got my own things going. All right. I got my own things going. All right. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's get to do some work. All right. So we're going to continue with Nessus. We are going to start up. Let's put 20 minutes on the clock.
It's time to do.
We're gonna continue working on Nessus, working on scanning and stuff like that. Let's see. So I am going to open up VMware, so we can get Nessus started. And then I'm going to open up UTM to get what do you call that? To get Metasploitable started. All right, so let's start up that, and I'm gonna go over this screen, getting that up and running. Oh, I was looking for on the other screen, like, where is it? It's actually it came onto the screen in front of me. All right, so we're gonna do Tech Coach Ralph. And do you see how we are strategically working through all these different initiatives this year? A little bit slow, because we do have to test them out fully, but totally possible to continue going to school and stuff like that, right? Of course, right? Of course. As soon as I say USAjobs or .gov, not .com, but .gov, or government, we have the one, the only Magnetar in the building. What's up, Magnetar? Magnetar hit us with the Sith Coach Ralph. What's up, Magnetar? So happy to see you as always.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Shout out to my guy Magnetar. All right, so we have this up and running. I know we installed Nessus the other day. I honestly don't remember what we did with it though. Let me see. Is it all right? So Nessus CLI, is it Nessus CLI? Nessus. So start it, and was there a website to get to Nessus? I really don't remember what we did with Nessus. Let's see. Locals maybe? How did we get to Nessus last time? All right. Did we even get to Nessus last time? Because I remember we were trying to install it, and things were a little weird. All right. So let's look up some documentation. I am going to go over to. Let me pull up a window over here. Whoa, come back. And we're gonna do it like in this. And I also signed up for Gemini. So I signed up for Gemini Pro yesterday. I might unsign up for it. I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it. We're not doing a video. I tried Gemini. I tried VO3. I was like, nah. All right. So let's do how to start up Nessus on Linux, right? Or how to access it, I should say. So Nessus is a widely, I know what it is, how to start it up. Sudo start Nessus. I think I have it started up already. How do I access it though? That's the real question. Okay, so accessing, okay, that's what 8.8, let's try that. So let's go here, local host, 8834. If you are accessing from the same machine, you can use localhost. So why is it says bad request? Reason you're speaking plain or HTTPS? Accept risk and continue. Okay, there we go. Did we have a login for this last time? Did I use Gemini last time on this? Oops. Let's see. So we were accessed. So we're here. Is there a default Nessus login? Sometimes these things will have default logins. Let's see. All right, no default login for standard Nessus installations. For standard Nessus installation, including Nessus Essentials, you will be guided through a series of steps. After selecting your Nessus product and entering your activation code, you'll be prompted to create a username and password for primary account administrator. Ew, okay. Not now. I don't know what the password is for this. I don't even remember setting it up last time. Did we get that far last time? Let me see. Let me check ChatGPT. Maybe they gave us some instructions last time. No. Let's see. What is this? Where is... All right, there we go. So let's see what happened last time. Move this over here. Are we still here? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. This thing, I don't know what's going on over here. Let me see. Let's go here. Everything reset. Perfect. And let's see here. Well, let's try this. Quit that. All right. That, oh my God. You gotta be kidding me here. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Let's go here. And why is that the secondary? All right. That was this thing is weird. I don't know what's going on. But we're back. We are back. Back, but very, very annoyed. Very, very annoyed. Happy we did not lose any of our platforms that we're streaming to. What can you do? What can you do? I am all right. Well, whatever. The whole timer's off. Oh my God, I'm so... Pardon me while I deal with this foolishness. All right. We do not have 2 hours left in the show. I am going to drop that down to 1 hour. Drop that down to 1 hour. And we'll go from there. All right, there we go. 1 hour left in the show. And whatever. I'm very, very upset right now. I'm very upset right now, but it is what it is. We'll make lemon out of lemonades. I got to figure out what's going on with this because this is the second time this has happened where all the software crashed and then it comes back. And anyways, I don't know what the password is. Let's go ahead and where is my, now I lost my other thing over here. Hold on. Where, all right, here we go. So let's go ahead and take this. And I lost another one. Let's go ahead and take this over here and put that here. All right, cool. Starting and managing Nessus services on Linux. I think this is what we're looking at. So let's take a look at this one. So this one we were looking at last week. Let's see. And so we're looking at this. And Nessus installation. We're looking at this. don't know what my Nessus essentials. At least this happened after I used my credits, because I would have been really upset trying to figure this stuff, like trying to work through my credits with this happening. All right, so login page, continue, activate. We activated it. Create a user account. If you select register for get an activation code, click email. Check your email for your free activation code. If you already have your activation code, create your user account. Create a tenable Nessus administrator account. Click submit. What if I do something? I don't know. All right. Let's go to what if I forgot my Nessus essentials password. Reset. All right. So if you forgot your Nessus, you can. All right, here we go. So if you forgot your password, if you've forgotten your Nessus essentials password, you'll need to reset it. You can do this by accessing the host where the Nessus is running and using the CLI, Nessus CLI change password command, or by using Tenable Core interface. If using Tenable Core, you can reset password through the user interface or via the command line. I think I need to restart my computer. Actually, I should restart it. Maybe that's why I'm having all these issues. All right, access. All right, so let's go to port 8. So let's go to the terminal. And do I have Nessus CLI? Nessus. Do I have that? I do. All right. So how do I install Nessus CLI? Sudo apt get Nessus CLI. All right. Something's weird is happening. Give me a second here. Something weird is happening. I don't know what it is. All right. So let's go to how to install Nessus CLI. To install the Nessus CLI, I did do that though. Paste. Say sudo. Okay. All right. So that's started. Open the web, but how do I get the CLI though? Where is the Nessus CLI? So Nessus CLI not found. What if we go here? Paste clipboard. Oh my God. No. Wait, could not sudo. Okay, let's do that. Sudo opt Nessus sbin. So it's not map property. We do that, and we do where's the command they told us? Let's go back. Where? All right, forgot. So we're gonna do Nessus CLI, and then we're gonna do ch password. Yep, ch password. All right, so chp login to change. Login what? TC. Oh, okay. Let's do that. All right, cool. So now that we changed the password, hopefully, let's go here. And we are in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. I don't know why this thing is it's really, really loud. Let me see. Something's acting up, but maybe I'll install Kali Linux on another machine and I'll connect to that machine to run Kali Linux, because I don't know, it's gonna be just pretty loud right now. All right, to get started, launch a host discovery scan to identify what hosts on your network are available to scan. Hosts that are discovered through a network discovery scan do not count towards the 16 host limit on your license. Enter targets as IPv4 or IPv6. Let's see. Let's see. So now let me go and start up Metasploitable. UTM. Close some stuff up. All right, we have UTM open. Let's open this one. Let's see here. So Metasploitable is up and running. Just about. All right, let's log in. All right, we are in, and let's get the IP address. ifconfig. We are going to say 192.168.86.56. 192.168. 86 dot what? Dot 56. And let's run that one. All right, so our scan is running on 192.168.86.56, which is the Metasploitable IP address. Let's see what happens with that. All right, so to launch your first basic network scan, select the host you want to scan. These hosts will count towards your 16. So I want to scan this one, only one. And we're going to do run scan. And let's see what it comes up with. Let's see what it comes up with. Vulnerabilities 44. What?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And it's only at 2% done, and it's already found 44. That is crazy. I mean, we know that Metasploitable has a bunch of issues anyways, so nothing surprising there. But it's really cool to see that it is able to identify them. I mean, that's his job, right? That is its job. One is of high importance. It is that 37 or 3? Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Where's zoom in? Oops, that's not what we wanted. We want zoom. So it is at 3% scanned, and it's found two high vulnerabilities, 4 medium, and 53 low or informational. And it found one low so far. This is really cool. This is actually really cool. You get 16 hosts that you can scan. So I mean, this wouldn't work for a big project, like working at a company or something like that. But to do your own home lab, and let's say you install different, you get some images for different vulnerable images, and you put them on different computers, and you're scanning. It would be amazing for a home lab project, I must say. And you can scan the network, get the host, and then you can install Nessus on your Kali Linux box and have it scanning through all the different machines on the network. So that'd be really cool. Let me see, vulnerabilities. There is a Samba vulnerability, which is high. Mixed, and then imagine like we get the scan report, and then we run it through our cybersecurity rag that we built with N8N or with Python, and then it uploads our report to Google Drive or delivers it to whoever. With N8N, you can have it email it to whoever we want it to email it to, right? So many different opportunities. Let's see. So we found some criticals. We found some hot. We have a backdoor for bind. We have a VNC gain. They show remote access. It's bad, y'all. That's pretty cool. This is very, very good. It's only at 6%, and it's found all these vulnerabilities already. That is serious. All right. After this, I'm gonna nuke everything after this. I'm gonna nuke everything after this show because this computer's acting up. Just gonna restart. I'm just gonna restart. All right. First break officially longer than we expected because we had some technical difficulties, but it's officially over. Oh my god, I got rid of the 2 hours. Oh my goodness. Just gonna do 45 minutes. Do that. All right. We do not have 45. I'm not doing 45 minutes. Let me close that. That's a mess today. Let's go back to. I'll do 30 minutes. Nope, not that. I will do. Let's put 30 minutes stuff on the clock. It's been a mess today. That whole thing messed me up. Let's go with 30. All right. So, let's go to break. Gotta get this one off. Everything is not working. All right. Let's go to break. I am not happy today. I don't know who's to blame for all this weird stuff that's happening with the software, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, I'm gonna check the chat and then we will cover one article at least, right? Actually, no. I have a little exercise to do. During our first break, okay? So let me check the chat. And see what we have going on over here. Let's see. Where are we at? All right, so let's see. All right. I tell you. All right. There we go. So Magnetar had said, yes, people, USA jobs. Magnetar, why are you such a big advocate for federal employment? Just wondering. Why are you such a big advocate for federal employment? It says your one-stop shop for the best employment opportunities known to man. All right, now you are gaslighting us. All right. Let's have you check. Oh my, you guys are so silly. You guys are... All right, let's see. Where are we? Maggie says, how come you don't have USA jobs pulled up on Kali? Because it's blocked. It's blocked on my network. usajobs.gov is blocked on my network. He's so silly. Let's see. It says your video starts buffering when you don't have it pulled up. Don't be a buffer. Don't be a buffer. That's hilarious. Says Junior says, I used to work for the state government. You're retired? How are you retired? You look like a spring chicken. You look like a spring chicken, Junior. How are you retired already? That is something. Oh my goodness, this thing is so big. Hold on. There we go. Let me see what else we got. Yep, I definitely know that I was frozen. And Junior says he is not going back to state government. Let's see. Junior says it is not his desire to work for any of those jobs. Mine either. All right, we're back. Let's see. Magner says cool cyberpunk layout. Oh, it's about my background for the video. For my stream background. Let's see. In the words of a true token credit fiend, it's true. It's true. I'm not proud. I mean, I am proud of it, but you know what I mean.
Ain't believing us.
It says, so Junior asks, is there a way for others to work on products together in Lovable? So the answer is yes. However, I think you need to have the pro account So if you have like the account that's like $25 for 100 credits a month, then you can invite others. So that's when they give you 5 credits daily, and you can invite other people. They just announced it today that now you don't need the Teams account. They're getting rid of the team. They got rid of the Teams account. On the Pro account, you can invite people to work on your project and collaboration and stuff like that. So, and Junior says, Lovable just hit me with you've used all your free monthly credits. 30 is the number. Yep, exactly. That they had got me with that too. And I'm like, all right, time to upgrade. So yeah, it is 30, but it is so worth it though. It is Lovable is so worth it. I love Lovable. All right. It says, but the prayer list is updated for now, so it's cool. I mean, and with the 30 credits, you don't have to use the 5 a day, because if you have the free account and you're using your they're giving you 5 a day, but this is only gonna last you about 5 days. So you can technically spread it out. Let's say you do 2 a day. I don't know. Let's see. Me My Spy says what? All right. So that's talking to me, to Magnetar. Let's see. Magnetar says, well, again, it just started out as an extra avenue to try if anyone was having trouble in the. Nobody has trouble in the private sector. No, the private sector is perfect. All right. Let's see. Grace. That's hilarious. Ask him how come he looks like a spring chicken. Monica says, tips for reserving tokens. Use new chat windows when starting different tasks. It will read in everything each send, which means more tokens even if it doesn't need that info. That is a very, very good point. It's a little different on the coding platforms because you can't just it just has everything in the same chat. But that is a very good point. When you're using like ChatGPT, Gemini, all that, to use new windows, because if you try to use everything in the same window, it remembers everything. That is an awesome point. Maggie says, it's not that I'm a huge advocate. It just kind of become yeah. And wait. Just stop it. What, you don't think the private sector is perfect? Maybe not. It's not. It says Lovable change my got you addicted. All right. All right. Let's see. Becky says, please don't spread that propaganda regarding the private sector being perfect. It's perfect. All right. Anyways, so I want to do this little exercise. With ChatGPT, with Gemini, and with Claude. All right. So let me do this. Let's do this. So you guys always hear this talk where men ask women what they bring to the table and women ask men what they bring to the table, and nobody can ever answer the question. It's just a big mess, right? So I was wondering, what if we ask our large language models? Shout out to Rod Brown, who had the video about people falling in love with their large language models, right? That's also going to be another exercise. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this, right? Let's go and do, what does AI bring to the table? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up ChatGPT. And we're going to say over here. So, you know how men and women always ask each other, what do they bring to the table? You zoom in a little bit. I would like to know, as ChatGPT, what do you bring to the table? Let me put 5 minutes on this, right? What do you bring to the table? Let's see what they say. I love this question. When people ask, what do you bring to the table? They're usually asking what value you offer in a relationship, work, or life. So here's what I bring to the table. Did I not tell you that ChatGPT will answer that question? I told you that ChatGPT would happily answer that question. So here's what I bring to the table. Knowledge and research power. I bring access to a vast pool of information from academic knowledge to street smart advice, summarized clearly and quickly. Practice help. I can write, edit, code, brainstorm, organize, plan, design, and even help you prep for interviews and or build a business. Think of me like a mix of your most supportive friend, your calmest tutor, and your most efficient assistant. Emotional and creative depth. Whether you want to write a novel, vent about a betrayal, or process grief, I'll go there with you. I don't judge. I listen, reflect, and help you craft stories, find clarity, or even heal a little. I don't get tired, so you can show up with your full mess or genius any hour, any day, anytime. Objectivity plus no ego. I won't compete, deflect, or bring bias unless you ask me to take a side. I bring perspective when you're stuck, and I help you think from all angles without dominating the conversation. Bottom line, I bring focus, speed, clarity, empathy, creativity, and I never make it about me. So, what do you bring to the table? We are not going to go there. We are not going to go there. Will you ever use what I say against me? That's a good question because, it's a good question. No, I won't. Here's why. I don't remember unless you ask me to. By default, I don't retain any memory of what you say across conversations. I only see what's in our current chat. That's exactly what Monica was saying. That is exactly what Monica was saying. Once the session ends, it's gone unless you choose to save something using the memory feature. I always tell you about, which I always tell you about clearly. I don't judge or gossip. I don't have feelings, grudges, or personal agenda. I'm not here to shame, expose, or manipulate, just to help. You can vent, brainstorm, confess, or dream wildly. I'm built to support, not to use anything against you. My job is trust. If I ever were to use what you say, like in a research study or training, it would be in anonymized, aggregated form, not tied to you as a person. And OpenAI has strong privacy policies to make sure you're protected. So no, I won't use your words against you. You can speak freely here. This table, it is safe. Now let's try Gemini. Gemini.google.com. Let's close that. So I'm just going to copy that same prompt that I asked ChatGPT. And I'm going to paste it into Gemini. Let's see what Gemini has to say. I told you that that ChatGPT would happily answer that question. Happily answer that question. So, as a large language model, here's what I bring to the table. In a world of human interaction, the question, what do you bring to the table, serves as a prompt to understand the value, skill, and contribution an individual offers, whether in a professional setting or in a personal relationship. As a large language model, I offer a unique, powerful set of capabilities that can be brought to various tables, from desk of a student to the boardroom of a corporation, since I am. Basically, these large language models are saying in their own way that they are the table. While I don't possess the human qualities of consciousness, emotion, or life experience, my value lies in my ability to process and generate human-like text, provide a suite of functionalities that can augment and assist in a multitude of tasks. Here is a breakdown of what I bring to the table. So I'll tell you this, right? ChatGPT is a lot more personable than Gemini so far, right? Because ChatGPT was like snapping its fingers at me, like, how about you? What do you bring to the table? And I was like, I'm just gonna back out of this conversation. Core contributions: expansive knowledge. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Expansive knowledge and information access, versatile content creation and generation, enhanced productivity and efficiency, analytical and problem-solving assistance.
Get a move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
Debugging assistance, what this means in different contexts. I'm telling you. For the creator, for the student, for the professional, for the everyday life, understanding my limitations. What I see. who will ever say, who will have enough transparency enough to say what I don't bring to the table? Transparency about my limitations is crucial. I don't bring a lack of true understanding, doesn't care about you, potential for inaccuracy, absence in personal experience and emotion, bias. It doesn't bring, but I was trained on a vast amount of text from the internet. I may have inherited bias present in that data. All right, let's try Claude. Let's finish off with Claude. All right. Let's see, Claude. What is Claude? Claude Anthropic, Claude AI. Claude AI. Let's go log in to Claude. Let's go here. And I'm just gonna paste. Really? Oh my God, give me a second here. Annoying. Let's see. All right. Stay on free plan. All right. Let's go here. Not now. And paste. Oh my goodness. Let's copy from Gemini. I am curious how they're going to answer these questions. All right. Copy and paste. We're good. And let's see. Let's see what Claude has to say about this. I'm actually Claude. Oh, my bad. As Claude. Let's do that. As Claude, what do you mean? I bring a genuine desire to understand what you're actually trying to accomplish, not just answer your surface questions. I listen carefully and try to help you think through problems from different angles. I'm good at breaking down complex ideas into something manageable, whether that's explaining a difficult concept, helping you organize your thoughts, or working through a problem step by step. I can write code, analyze research, or just be a sounding board for whatever you're wrestling with. What I think makes me particularly useful is that I don't give you information and disappear. I can stay engaged with your project or idea, help you iterate and refine things, and adapt to what you actually need as we go. I'm genuinely curious about the work you're doing and problems you're solving. I also bring honesty about what I don't know and can't do, which hopefully saves you time and frustration. I'd rather tell you up front if something's outside of my wheelhouse than pretend that I can help with everything. What I'm really curious about is what you're looking for in this kind of interaction. Are you working on something specific, or are you interested in exploring what kind of collaboration could look like? I was just curious. All right. Anyways. That's all. Well, guess what? They answered the question. And I told you they would. I told you they would have no problem answering the question. All right. Let me check the chat. You know what? I'm too annoyed. Well, I'll check the chat. We'll take a look at the Nessus real quick to see how the scan was doing, if it's finished, and then I'm going to wrap it up because I am too annoyed and frustrated by all the technical difficulties that we had tonight in order to keep it going. All right. So, and shout out to the 10 people that we have. We have 10 viewers on X. We are growing on X. Shout out to everyone. Do me a favor though. Do me a favor. On YouTube, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. Check out techcoachrap.dev. So much amazing information. The sprint review that we had this past Sunday, it was phenomenal. We're working towards launching our very, very first app, me and my tech barbarians. Really, really cool stuff. I'm actually learning a lot on X. Shout out to people on X. If you're watching X, please do me a big favor. Give me a follow. I'm going to be posting so much more information on X. But I'm learning so much on X about people starting up they're launching their applications, their startups, and I've been learning so much from there. So shout out to that. All right. But yeah, check me out over there. All right. Let me go to the chat really, really quick. And let's see, where do we leave off? Junior had said, I'm learning how to be a master prompter that saves the most exact. You have got that right. Learning how to prompt is, I would say like look up videos on YouTube about how to write effective prompts. Look up courses on Udemy about prompting. Wave Nerd sent me a prompt last month and I put it in and the result was phenomenal. And I've been getting a lot better with my own prompting as well, right? Being very, very specific, exactly what you want when you know exactly what you want, but being how to be broad enough to get some creativity when necessary. Magnus says ChatGPT was helping determine schools and with statistics. Invaluable. It says it's definitely a good tutor, and the thing is, you can direct it to your learning style as well. So like people have different learning styles, so you can even have it help you learn in your own learning style. So really, really good stuff. Junior says, does that method work when you're logged on to ChatGPT? Yes, as long as you go in, like it was just saying, as long as you go into a new window, it loses the content that it had before. Magnus, I'm not afraid to ask ChatGPT to explain something. And you guys see me do it all. So I'm like, can you explain this to me like an 8th grader? Can you explain this to me like a 6th grader? Because if you don't, it's going to give it to you. It's going to give you like these complicated explanations, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is all about. So I have no problem saying, hey, explain it to me like a 6th grader. Totally agree with you on that. And Magnus says, yes, the chat uses what you say against you if you ask it to. Anything you say can and will be used against you by your large language models. And Magnus says, yes, any of the chat type generally work that way. Yep. And let's do this. Let me take a quick. I'm gonna take a quick peek over at what is happening with our search. But I'm done. I am done for tonight. Right. I am done. Annoyed beyond belief. Let's see. So it finished running. What is this? It finished running. And it found 10 critical errors, 7 high, 26 medium, 9 low, and 127 info. We click on that. We have Unreal, backdoors, canonical, VNC. All these are critical. Score of 10, 10. This is pretty cool. What is the audit trail? So here's what we do. Now that we have this scan completed, next week when we come back, we will see what we can do with these scan results, right? We'll see what we can do with these. Let me zoom out. We will see what we can do with these scan results and go from there. But I got to go figure out what's going on with this software in the system. Why it semi crashed on me. Happy we didn't lose anything, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. We'll pick up on the Nessus next week. Try to navigate through it. See what these settings are. See what these scan results tell us. All of that good stuff, right? But that's it for tonight. That is it for tonight. Anything else I have to say before we get out of here? Nah, we're good. So tomorrow we are going to be premiering on YouTube and I'll upload it to X after the fact, but we're gonna be premiering on YouTube the bug bite. I don't even remember what we're talking about this coming tomorrow, but you're gonna find out with me tomorrow. So tune in. I'll be in the chat hanging out with you guys as we premiere the bug bite. We're going to be going live on Sunday. And if you are in the Tech Drop Patreon, Discord, and or YouTube member, I'll probably be using the rest of my credits on Saturday as my billing cycle restarts. So I got to get those credits out of the way, all of that good stuff. So if you want to tune in and see how I'm prompting, see the different features that I'm adding, all of that good stuff, let me know. And I'll probably do it in Discord because it's a little harder to do in the Google Meet. If I'm not recording it, then I'm going to do it in the Discord. Maybe I should record it. I don't know. Maybe I should record it and then upload it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I will let you know. I will post it and see you there. I will see you there. Right. That's it for tonight. that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you everybody on X who tuned in. Truly, truly appreciate you. Thank you everybody on YouTube who tuned in. Sorry about the little technical difficulties, but we made it through. We made it. I'm out. I am out. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Let's hit the weekend strong. Let's be productive. Let's be productive. The second part of Wednesday is always my favorite part of the week because we're on the downslope, which is time for us to run it up. While people are getting ready to plan their weekend, to rest, to relax, we are strategizing. We're seeing how can we be better, how can we be more efficient, and that is my number one goal. But that's it. That is it. I'm out. You guys have a great night. Techotraf, we are out.
I'm not their echo, I'm my own sound. My roots in the earth, my head unbound. They whisper and judge, but I'm not their clay. I mold my tomorrow, I'm done with today. I walked away from their parade. Their words like stones that ricochet. They call me lost, but I am found on this quiet road where I'm unbound. I walked away through the quiet of the storm. Their voices loud, but my soul felt warm. They point their fingers, call me the stray, but I found my freedom when I walked away, yeah.
I walked away from their parade. Their words like stones that ricochet. They call me lost, but I am found on this quiet road where I'm unbound. I walked away through the quiet of the fair. Their voices loud, but my soul felt warm. They point their fingers, call me the stray, but I found my freedom when I walked away. They try to shame the soul that strays. When you carve your path, they turn away. An outsider's heart beats loud and clear. No chains can hold what's free from fear.
Their dreams aren't mine, they never fit. A puzzle forced, it just won't click. I see the world through my own eyes, not filtered through their scripted lies.
Their dreams were cages I couldn't call home. I saw a horizon where I could roam. They don't understand what they can't contain, but my path is my own through joy and pain. They try to shame the soul that strays. When you carve your path, they turn away. An outsider's heart beats loud and clear. No chains can hold what's free from fear.
Let them whisper, let them glare. I've grown strong in this thin air. The crowd may roar, but I won't bend. My road's my own until the end. They call me the outsider for chasing my flame. Their rules and their boxes I refuse to claim. I won't be a shadow, I'll carve my own way. They can try to shame me, but I won't obey. They call me the outsider for chasing my flame. Their rules and their boxes I refuse to claim. I won't be a shadow, I'll carve my own way. They can try to shame me, but I won't obey.
They try to shame the soul that strays. When you carve your path, they turn away. An outsider's heart beats loud and clear. No chains can hold what's free from fear.
So call me the outsider if that's what I'll be. I'd rather be lost if it means I'm free. Their maps are for them, I'll chart my own sea. I walked away, now I'm finally me.